At Kona Ice, be good, do good, for good isn't just a slogan. It's our way of life. We believe in doing good in our communities, and one way we do that is by providing meaningful employment opportunities for individuals with special needs. Across the country, Kona Ice franchisees are embracing this mission, welcoming young people and adults who may face challenges in the traditional job market into their teams, and those special individuals are contributing in very meaningful ways. In Florence, Kentucky, Robbie and Dustin are valued members of the Kona Ice corporate team, where they have the opportunity to develop their skills and make a real difference.
When I first started working here, me and Dan used to wash the floors like in the warehouses, did mixed up flavors. Anything they gave me something to do, I'll do it.
So I had a guy that worked up here at the gas station, and I was checking in on him, and I looked over here, and Robbie's parents had told me they weren't able to find him a job at Boone County Schools. So I saw somebody washing a truck over here, and I pulled in, and I said, let me see if I can get him a job washing trucks or trash or whatever.
And Dan walked in with Robbie and started talking to me as though I was the guy that owned the place. And I listened to his spiel, and Dan is a hell of a salesman. And Dan told me what he was doing and this sort of thing. And after he got his pitch out, I finally said, Dan.
He said, well, my son owns the company. I'm his dad. And I said, well, what are you, the flunky janitor? And Tom said, hell, I like you, Dan. Bring him in, we'll give him a job.
Tony does have a big heart, and Tony is for the underdog. He really is. But I knew that if Dan would get to Tony, that Robbie was going to find a home here as long as he wanted to.
He was so excited, as we were. He was in high school. We just remember not knowing if he would ever work, much less finding a place, I guess. That was tough. I remember his first paycheck, how excited he was. It was a paper check back in the day, and he came home like displaying it and just so excited to do that. We knew his abilities, or his different abilities at the time, so it was really neat to hear what he was learning that wasn't book-based, because that was tougher for him.
And Robbie has become a fixture with our company. It's hard to think Kona corporate without thinking Robbie. And Robbie is loved by everybody except Tony.
Robbie, what's your opinion on Tony Lamb specifically?
He's really a funny guy. I'll see him now and then in an office and out, Sometimes I'll see him and joke around, be like, Tony, I know he's always says to Kona College all the time, saying, everybody loves Robbie except me. I think he's just a hilarious guy, and I always joke around with him. So I think he's a great people and great guy to work for, and so is Tom.
I put up with Robbie. Robbie tells everybody that I'm his best friend, but I tell everybody, no, I'm not his best friend. I love Robbie. Of course, naturally, we're only teasing. Robbie is a fixture here, and he's loved by everybody. He's loved and respected because he's got a job to do, and he does it damn well.
They really are a family to me, and I know my parents are very proud of me for do what I do, and especially if if I have disability of a hand where I can just do everything one hand, and I think everyone's super proud of me what I do, what I can do.
Dustin is another special needs person that he can't walk on any floor that's shiny, so he bags all the shirts that franchises order, and they come in a plastic bag with the size on them. He does that, but he does that from our house because he can walk on carpet. So we just Kona is good about bringing the stuff to our house, and he bags it there, and we bring it back.
Does he ever visit Kona Corporate?
He'll visit, stay in the car, and tell you what kind of snow cone he wants, and then you bring it out to him. But everybody stops at the car and talks to him because they all know Dustin. He's been around forever also.
Back in the summer, Kona Corporate had some special visitors on site. Jack and his mom traveled from Tyler, Texas to participate in some of Kona College and see what corporate was all about. We had an opportunity to sit down with Jack and his mom, who are grateful to Tara and Dustin Hargrove for the opportunity they have given them.
I know that it's because of how Justin and Tara are that they hired me on the spot and were willing to give it a try. None of us knew anything about what it was going to be like, and it took me several months to get Jack in the groove and find where his strong points were and what he was going to be able to do. And I think for both of us, it's been amazing. And so I think one of my favorite things was in the very beginning when I saw that be good, do good, for good. And I was like, we really fit into this, the mission of the business. And I am grateful that we chose this job, and I see that he's growing and learning so much, and he really is capable of, I think that he's done a great job.
I know.
In Mobile, Alabama, Jacob has learned skills that keeps him hopping and happy as he makes sure those color-changing cups are organized, stocked, and ready to go.
What is your most favorite thing to do? What do you like the best?
The best thing is the sort color changing cups and spoons and bracelets, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You're really good at that. It never dawned on me until this opportunity came about that I probably never would have been able to see the things that he was actually capable of doing. But the best part is his verbal communication skills they've like tripled in his reasoning and his being able to troubleshoot things. And he really enjoys all the people. Like, he truly has a bond with all the people that work here. And that's really that's a fun thing to see as a parent. How do you feel about Kona Ice?
Feel cold.
Yeah, it is cold with the ice, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, Jacob, ice may be cold, but our hearts are warmed by you and many others all over the country who have found meaning in doing all kinds of different things for their franchisees, contributing in ways that go far beyond just doing a job. Thank you for being a part of this great big Kona Ice family that is committed to be good, do good, for good.